Today, to the CBG team, I want you to keep your eyes glued because we're talking about, the adverse effects of junk food. I can spot a few of you in there who love junk food a lot. It's fine. It's fine to eat some chips, fries here. It's fine to just chew some chicken. Who doesn't love it? Drink some fizzy drinks and all of that, some burgers and all. But of course, it comes with its adverse effects, right? However, forget the effects. We go chop some. Yo, Doc, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning to our listeners.
Yeah, Doc, why are they saying that we shouldn't eat our chicken?
You know what? So today we are going to introduce you as maybe Dr. Delicious.
Yes. Didi, Ivana, Didi. But you see,
it's a guilty pleasure, isn't it?
No. We cannot do that to food and say it's a guilty pleasure. It's an innocent pleasure, Doc. Because you see, I don't want to mention brand names, but fizzy drink the job. Yeah, they say it's plenty sugar. Charlie, bro, you've been drinking this since. Yo, Jason, you've been drinking this since you were in class 1. You drink fizzy drink, nothing, bro. Let's keep it up.
I'm more of a water guy, though.
What?
I'm more of a water guy.
Water?
Water. I like my water.
Water.
Yeah, my water, my lemon.
Sparkling water.
Yeah, I like sparkling water.
Charlie, that question, when they ask you, you should not know. What, still or spark? What did they ask, right?
Still or sparkling water.
Yeah. If you don't know, just talk to
either. No, because
no, there's a
sparkling
difference.
sounds fancy, so I always say sparkling.
Really?
For those who don't, just say sparkling.
It sounds just fancy. Then just to make it more bougie, like, can I get a slice of lime to go with that?
Yeah, put some lime in there. And the toothpick. Yeah, with the umbrella. Slide it in.
Oh God.
Or you go order maybe like like a cappuccino or something like that, and then they start asking talking about the other
the forms and how you want it to be.
And then she go like, no. Nah, it's fine. Yeah, go ahead. When they bring it in,
take it like that.
Oh my God!
I think it happened to me at Starbucks when I was in medical school. So the whole Starbucks thing.
Yeah.
People, I didn't understand why people are going to Starbucks with their laptops. Apparently the Wi-Fi is really good.
Yeah.
So I go to Starbucks onto the experience. So I go to Starbucks. Then the menu is there, and they keep asking all these plenty questions, and I'm thinking, I want coffee with milk with sugar. That's all I want. But I can't say that. The guy said, "Do you want a frappuccino or a cappuccino with this one with like that flavorings and all that?" Then there's mocha, there's all that. Then I look at the lady and I was like,
with the fatini banana,
I just asked the person, which one comes with lots of milk?
That's all.
And it was like, oh. Then she mentioned this whole like 3 or 4 of them. I was like, let me take that.
Yeah.
The cup comes. It smells so good.
Yeah.
Man, when I tasted it.
No, you see, in order not to embarrass yourself,
so not nice.
Yeah. You see, in order not to embarrass yourself, you just have to go with the third option that they do.
When
they mention, they say yeah. Then they
what was that word?
Thanks for the
croissant.
Yeah,
croissant.
Croissant. Yeah.
I said, bro, don't I said, wait.
I want muscles.
And those ones with like this white, they shake this white powder, the sugar on it.
They hit
like this sugar tea on it, and it comes like 4 pieces in the box.
What, donuts?
Are they donuts? I don't know what they are. They're like bread.
Yeah, donuts.
Next week on Chef It Up.
Y'all making me feel like going for some English breakfast this morning.
So today the thing is,
everybody's
going to confess something. Yeah, your guilty pleasures like food, junk food.
Okay.
Confession.
All right.
So your go-to. If
you're home watching brand names, but can describe the meal itself.
Of course.
Right? So let's start off with Kojo Trey because he gave me some banana cake yesterday. It tasted really good.
Hey, bro, wait.
Did you make that yourself?
Hey, confess.
No, I didn't make
Thank
that
you very much.
myself.
Because if you had said yes, I said.
But the person who makes it is amazing.
Hey.
Yeah.
No, he was supposed to bring me some.
I just say listen.
Oh, Charlie.
So are you a cake person?
Yeah, I mean.
All right. So let's start with you. What's your guilty pleasure? Not dildo though, but what's your guilty pleasure?
Hey, what?
Gee.
Wait, I did not. What's happening? Is that something we don't know?
I said delete though.
Delete what though?
Delete the dough. Like.
Dog, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You said delete.
Kojo, what's your guilty pleasure? It sounds very kinky, Kojo.
No.
What's your guilty pleasure, Kojo? What's your guilty pleasure?
When it comes to like junk food.
No. Junk. What's your guilty pleasure?
No, generally. Like,
in recent times, I come like pork. Pork.
So the
like,
onions and the so that's it. Like while I was watching
recent
something.
times, pork and like.
Is that fried or the grilled?
Grilled pork.
Great.
I bet someone is saying that you go like you eat demons.
I don't eat demons.
Eat what?
Demons. You know the whole
The
thing
casting
about
away
you know the
into
whole
the-
thing about pork, and
I mean, I don't know how you can carry that on because
Charlie,
those
Charlie.
died.
Charlie,
So,
it
like,
clearly states in the Bible that they
all
ran
died.
off the cliff into
so,
the
like,
water.
how do we carry that on? and
unless
say
they all
that
carried
all
parachutes or
porks
something.
are-
Okay,
Diving gear.
so
Exactly.
Kojo's guilty pleasure is pork.
in recent times.
In
Grilled
recent
pork.
time has
Yeah.
been pork.
Grilled,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, that sounds cool.
Me?
Okay.
Plantain chips. You know the one that comes in the plastic.
is it like the dark brown or the
Yeah,
sweet
the
ones?
the sweet one, the ripe
you know
ones.
the difference, right?
Yeah.
The ripe one, it comes. You know that big jug that they fill it with. I used to
You
buy.
just munch on them the whole
like,
day.
like 3 days. It's
Wow.
gone.
Wow.
Like I'm just like.
Wow.
I,
Harvest oil.
tried stopping, so I put it in my closet, and I'm like, let me take like just a few pieces. So you put in the tissue and you try to
It's
sit
just
there.
like what happens with juice
Yeah, and
in your
then,
fridge.
then you just bring the whole container close.
Yeah.
Why is just plantain chips like?
Wow.
And Jason, what about you? What's your guilty pleasure? Don't say woman.
Food. Wow.
Edibles.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I like junk food though.
Okay, so
Like burgers, pizzas,
So
chips,
so
kebab, plantain.
Charlie, boys trying,
Yeah, they
boys,
trouble.
boys
Me-
trying to be affluent
bro.
on radio and TV. Boys
Yeah,
trying to
I
be
like
smooth,
burgers,
like,
I like sodas.
Yeah,
Not
I
like I'm trying to get away from. Yeah, I like.
so when you talk about
you know.
like when you talk about sodas,
Charlie,
you're talking about like the
after
dark
show,
one.
Yeah.
Jason,
So
after the show, we go get a cocoa.
That's a real guilty pleasure. But let's go. Yeah.
yeah, me, I really like junk. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm with you on that. I'm with
yeah, I
you
like
on
it a
that.
lot,
Yeah.
but I don't gain weight, so I get to.
So
enjoy
yeah,
it.
I'll talk about that today.
No,
Yeah,
hold on. Yeah, we'll talk
I'll
about
talk about
weight.
that today,
But
yeah.
hold up. Don't say you don't gain weight.
Yeah, I've been like this since you've known me.
Bruh, I've been like this since you've known me.
Yes.
But I'm
Since
just
you were
saying
Since I've been
that,
watching you.
but I'm just saying that you see, life would hit you, bro. And
I hope
at
not.
a certain age, your metabolism will just give
Slow
up.
down,
And
yeah,
you
I
see
slow
that-
down, yeah.
You see that, Charlie, you turn like balloon, beautiful balloon.
But my
But-
own, okay, maybe. Me and the hito.
yeah, no, it's
What
fine.
was yours?
It's fine. Lenny's. I
I
can
think it's the same as
say
mine.
for her.
Okay, start.
Start. That's a list.
Momo. Lenny's guilty pleasure is Momo.
You are not wrong, eh?
Yes. It's
Then-
Momo. It's Momo. She
Just
takes a
Momo.
lot of Momo. Yes, she doesn't give Momo. She takes a lot of Momo.
As I
Yes.
should,
Yes.
and as I shouldn't.
Look at her size. It's Momo filled.
Deservedly so.
So are you a meat person?
Oh yes, very
You like
much.
meat?
Let me
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, Charlie.
Look, laugh.
By now, Cyril, they laughing.
I'm telling you, you the laugh with the jaws for you. You like
Fine.
meat, eh?
Yes, a lot.
Like
Is there any
heavy?
particular- any-
Like you like it when it's grilled, when it's, you know.
Any. I just
Any.
want it tasty.
Wow, you go for any. You don't mind where it's from. Wow,
It
like
just has to be tasty.
global.
But you know,
But
you
my
know,
favorite will be lamb chops when it comes to.
Like with the season, the
Lamb
chili sauce,
chops.
the chili
Well
powder.
done.
and
Like when
the-
it's thin and long.
pardon me to say
and
this,
I
but
like to
since
do it myself.
we're talking about meat, you know the pardon me again, but the balls.
glucose.
No, the balls
It's called
of
glucose.
well, the balls. what do you call it?
Glucose.
Glucose. Well, that sounds too far away from.
How we
Home.
got here?
It's really nice.
Which
What?
animal?
Yeah, like
Which animal
they
Which
see-
animal?
I think cattle. I don't know what it's
Cow?
cattle. Cow or one of those things. Yeah, Charlie, they feed do on the this food they feed do
Kebab guys.
the suya guys they feed do on
What? I've
Bruh.
never tried that before.
bruh. Listen,
I don't even think I want to try it. Just
nah.
for the fact that.
Yo,
I
Jay,
don't understand.
I've tried tang though.
Jay, I'm telling
Cow
you for a
tongue.
fact
Cow
that
tongue.
No.
forget pizza, bruh.
Me for the fact that it
Yes.
is that. I'm not saying it's not nice. I don't
Bruh,
think. Have you
listen.
tried it before?
Okay,
No.
so for me, my guilty pleasure. If
I didn't
listen,
finish.
oh
You
sorry,
didn't let
sorry, money and Momo and meat.
Meat.
Momo and
And
meat.
then flour food or
So-
flour pastries.
So flour-based foods,
yeah, flour pastries.
fried, baked.
Anything. I like that a lot.
Okay.
And then until a couple of months ago, it was maybe fizzy drinks, but I've replaced that with natural juice.
Okay.
I'll
Good choice.
drink
Good
that.
choice. Yeah.
If you want it too sweet or very sweet, you can add sugarcane juice to any
that works. Yeah,
fruit juice. Yeah, sweetens it. Really nice.
Okay, so how about we come on air from let's do a challenge and throw a challenge to ourselves starting from like tomorrow, starting tomorrow till 1st July. When we come on air, we all consume 1 bottle of water before the show ends. So we have to put the water and we all finish it before the show ends. How about that for the morning?
Game with it. That's easy. The medium or the small one or the
large?
I think I got.
Then she's like, I heard of all of you.
I do
she's
2 of this.
Yeah, but this is a normal. This is normal for her.
So 2 of this before 9 time.
Well, we can't confirm what's in the black
jam. Right. So when we talk about
I can.
When you talk about junk food, right?
What about Kelewele? That's like my go-to.
Oh yeah,
Kelewele falls. Yeah, it falls into junk food.
Kelewele and kebab. Oh, Charlie, you are making me hungry.
Yeah. So what we realized recently is that there are 3 things happening with junk food. Number 1 is the accessibility of it. So because it's accessible and easily readily available, people is the go-to choice for food. The second thing we realize is that there's this neurotransmitter in your brain called dopamine, right? It's the same thing like dopamine and all that. It gives you that euphoria of happiness and joy and all that feeling of good. Now, junk food, because you have fat, sugar, and salt, it triggers that neurotransmitter. That's why you keep going. It's when you see the burger, the way it looks, you are so attracted to it. And the third thing that we also realize is that the crunchy nature of food, junk food, causes your brain to be very happy. So any food that is crunchy, that's why granite is like that. When you are picking granite and you are chewing, like I want some, it keeps going. You can chew a whole packet of it and nobody will know, right?
What about Kosiani Meko? Because Kosiani Meko is such an addiction. Like,
please, I just want to understand something.
But Kosiani Meko's addiction didn't start because of there's MSG in there. The pepper, they mix it with the cubes, which contains MSG.
Oh, okay.
So it gives you that sweet sensation, salt sensation. That's what makes you want to eat more. But if I give you the egg plain, you eat probably 1 or 2 and you're done.
Please, I want
if I do the same thing with the grinded pepper, I don't add anything like any of those Maggi, all this. You remember white Maggi?
The one that they had to stop.
They had to stop. It's still there in the market, but they mix it with some of the seasonings that we use.
Really?
Yeah. So you got that's why you get that sweetened flavor of your food. That anyway add there. But food itself, the description of food should not be add there. It should be either a spicy. You know how people describe food. Those who are foodies, they'll describe food a different way, right? Now, junk food has taken over because, and you said some people are not gaining weight because of high metabolism. That doesn't mean that you and the person are the same. You're not the same span. The person can just be watching TV and burning food calories. You, on the other hand, you can be watching the same TV and be gaining because your body takes time to break down food. Junk food is basically salt, sugar, and fat, unsaturated fat.
So please, I just want us to get the distinction, because when we say junk food, we know the burgers, the pizzas. What is local junk food? It's Kinky junk food. Kinky is not junk food. That's why I didn't mention.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I mentioned something. Let me help you. So the criteria I've given you, junk food is basically unsaturated fat, salt, sugar. Go. Which food will you put on that plate?
Unsaturated salt,
unsaturated fat.
Sorry.
So you're talking about your butter. You're talking about your margarine. Anything that has margarine base. Anything that has your flour foods, margarine. They fall in that category, right? Because of just their fat content. Then if you talk about oils, most of the oils that we use, people don't even really treat it well. Usually when you fry a certain food, they're supposed to change it, but we don't. So it becomes unsaturated. Those fats retain, and whatever you fried inside, the salt and everything component are still in there.
Oh, so what are some examples for those that are listening?
Sausages
are one because it's processed. Sausages are done in a factory.
Okay.
Those are smart. They make sausages themselves. Some people have the means of doing it themselves.
Baking.
But I beg to ask, where do the people who sell kebab get that sausage from? That type, that long one. That is one.
The big one.
No, the one is 10.
The big one.
Who is producing?
It's processed.
Why are they picking it from?
It's imported.
Oh, I'm sure they have their sauce.
It's imported. All that is imported because
it's across the nation.
Are you asking what type of meat it is or how?
No. And then whoever is importing that sausage is making money because it's across the nation daily.
Yeah, because
that means how are they?
There are 2 types. That's
how are they
transporting
it?
There are 2 types. People don't realize it. One of them is pork.
Oh.
One of them is pork. One of them is chicken. Yeah.
We can't.
So they use parts when they process chicken in the factories. The extra parts, the liver, all these things that they don't. They just crush it all together. That's why you can beat sausage and bite on a bone.
Wow.
You can piece of bone, like you can see, like.
I mean, the chicken part.
Yes.
Your chicken sausage, that's where it's made from. Anything unwanted, the unnecessary, they add it together.
Damn it.
So nothing goes to waste.
Watch a sausage processing video.
You just man.
So disgusting.
Are you saying that at the last Angela party that I went to, Angela dance. I was seeing that the kids party, Angela dance. Viewers, you know Angela dance. I've said this several times. If you are new to this, you know those parties that when you go, they say Angela dance. Angela is turning tray. Angela dance. Angela is holding one big bottle of fizzy drink, and then turning left and right on beats with straw inside, and then Angela dance. Then they're taking Angela pictures with that kind of dress. You know that dress that we used to wear when we were kids, the girls. It's pink or socks. Cream, your socks and your black shoe. Yeah, that's Angela dance party. Are you saying that the sausage that they serve at Angela dance party and the funeral that we've been attending, and then the guy is selling kebab there, is that sausage? Is waste chicken parts crushed
or pork parts, crushed into one,
and they put on fire.
Yes, for you to eat.
Next week on Chef It Up.
So you see why the olden times when we kill a chicken, there are parts we don't want. Those ones that we throw away the bow. You move this, way in deep. You know that. Some people don't eat chicken intestines.
Yeah.
Like an apple, if it's goat or cow or sheep, we eat the intestine, but the other way we don't, right? So all these are added together. Because we are cutting the meat and all these pieces are falling off, all this extra stuff. You put it all together, nothing goes to waste.
Wow.
Okay. So if you look at our daily meal on a go, people buy sausages, right? So that's one. That's a no. Then you talk about your gari and your rice. They are the same family, carbohydrates.
Okay.
And spaghetti that you put on it, or macaroni as you call it, it's also carbohydrate because it's made from rice flour.
Okay.
So these three things already on your food.
Wow.
So when you design a healthy plate, ideally fruits and vegetables should make about
half.
Yeah, half of it.
More, yeah.
It's half, and then one fourth becomes carbohydrate, and another part is protein. But our part of the world,
it's the other way around.
Carbohydrate is like 2/3.
I mean, we're talking about. I'm sure as the conversation goes on, we'll get to like accessibility via cost.
That's the reason why I'm saying that. That's why junk food became mainstream in this country quickly.
Because it was cheap?
Because it was cheap and accessible.
Okay.
And I think that also didn't help was that it became, you travel a lot, right? So you realize that when you talk about some of these junk food brands, I don't want to mention names, right? You realize that it's not, if you want to take somebody out to a dinner, you don't take a person there. It's when you are in town, you are shopping or something, you're tired, and a quick meal, you bump quick to eat. It's not something you actually plan and say, let's go here and eat. Here, it's different. People think it's a go-to place. It's like a dating place. That's why
when that guy proposed to his girlfriend out at the KFC in South Africa, it went so viral. That why do you take your girl to KFC to go and propose to her? Because
but technically,
we
are not wrong because of cost.
No, it's assumed that the cost of such food is something that your chicken chain can be able to just afford.
Outside is not restaurant. If you want to go to a restaurant, you're talking about $100-$200 plus. You're going up.
You're booking.
When I talk about ordering food from those places, $125, $225, $15, $20. So you don't take somebody there. You get it? We changed it. It made it look like it's a luxury. Like sort of, if you eat from that place, it means you are bougie and all that.
Technically, because of the cost.
Exactly.
I mean,
and the marketing behind it, the presentation.
What Chek did for us, no other food has done.
Has done it
for us.
Yeah.
It was that's the only food that was like that, and Kelly comes later. That was the only two.
I think it was
Kelly
first though.
Yeah, because even things we do for love, it was Kelly the woman was selling, right? So we had Kelly being our junk food, and even that one, because of the ginger and everything, it was sort of a healthy. And you used to eat it whilst walking home.
And I think even for Kelly.
No.
Hey,
someone said it gives
tiny.
The rap, John this.
And I believe it's today. That song was released like 2000 and something.
I think the only thing that it's not so right about is the oil
content. Yeah.
And then also, with the oil, you're not supposed to use oil maybe more than 2 2 times or 3 times. Some people say so. They
the darker it gets, you also stop it.
Yes, the oil. But with oil, the darker it gets, and that's what they'll fry the granite in. No, the darker it gets, the
healthier.
That's the crunchy one too.
So you're not supposed to use it that way. Don't fry their granite.
I've seen Kilewele, the first one before, the first batch in fresh oil. I've seen the color. The
way is light.
The color is lighter,
and
then us, and what?
Wrong.
You want the darker one?
Yeah, you want Asiero.
No, but that's not healthy.
Is there any place you recommend I can buy Kilewele today? Like where?
Today?
Yeah.
No, I don't buy Kilewele from outside.
You make it?
Yeah.
Homemade food is never the same as.
You can't compare.
No,
but
I mean, homemade food is never junk food. Like on an. Mostly, right?
Yeah, no, but
it's healthy.
I think that
it's what goes
it
into
also
it.
depends.
Okay, what goes?
You see, Kilewele is not only the plantain, it's the spice.
It's the spices
that make it Kilewele. So
but
once
I've
you
never
get your
tasted
spice
anybody.
right,
I've never tasted anybody's homemade Kilewele that tastes.
I'll let my mom do
like the street one.
No, then she has to do it outside.
She just has to go outside.
Try to put outside and fry it.
No, listen from the outside.
Listen, I've been to weddings, funerals, engagements, you name them, social gatherings, parties, and I've tasted the Kilewele, and not a single one of them tastes like the one that is sold next to that one outside there. Gata. It's never the same. And what I don't understand is that why we never go in for those people to come and fry it for us, because the women feel like they know, they don't do themselves, but it never tastes the same. Never tastes the same. Never. It's like homemade jollof is always different from jollof you buy from outside.
Yeah, but homemade jollof is
cocaine
better,
rice. No matter the cocaine rice you cook in your house, it is never the same as the one I take from.
What about Ngwamo?
Exactly, that one too.
No, Ngwamo home is.
That one too. It's always different.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
only thing that you can give it up for homemade is when you fry egg at home. It tastes better than when you buy it from outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
that one.
Because the onions are sprinkled. Do you want vegetables? And you say yes.
Yes.
I'm thinking like when I'm saying I want vegetables, like I'm expecting like vegetables. They come like
onion and then.
so is it that
like the cabbage
is it that because of the content of junk food is what is a problem to our
That's
health?
what's the problem. Yeah, because your body can't break it down. Most of the worst thing that is happening right now is that junk food, because production needs to increase, share prices and profit margin has to increase. Now most of the food you are eating is artificial. The meats and the cheeses are not the real deal, because people are cutting costs to get the bread. The breads are not allowed to bake properly because it needs to get out there. So that's why I never used to understand in the beginning why when you look at white a lot of movies, right, they toast the bread. I never used to understand that. Like our part, we don't toast the bread, we just cut it and then eat it. Then
why are they toasting the bread?
Because they're actually making it better. They are baking it again. Toasted bread is healthier than your white brown bread.
So Lenny,
how about just
when I
brown
fry
bread?
my grilled chicken,
Like
what did you just say? Did you just say brown bread?
No, you
Yeah.
fry
The word is not
chicken.
brown, no.
Was it?
Bran. Wheat
No,
bran.
but we always say no. So it's brown bread.
It's brown bread. You know the bran. You know that's why you see the wheat bran inside.
Crazy.
Yeah, I also didn't know. Sorry, I was also like I had to check it.
brown bread.
Brown bread is bran. You know, because they use the wheat bran. You know what the bran is?
Oh, so it's not actually brown bread.
No, but if it's brown bread, that means that sugar bread is also brown bread because it also looks brown.
No,
So,
I was thinking that because of how it looks on the inside.
you know, it's
Yeah.
Viewers, don't be laughing.
So we can have white bread that's brown bread.
Wow.
But that one we can't.
Brown bread.
You know, but the brand nature, you know, the brand is fiber.
Yeah.
So usually it changes. Yeah, a lot of ways it's brand, so it changes. So you've seen
brand.
Weetabix.
Makes
You've seen
sense.
Weetabix. Not to mention, like you see Weetabix, the color is because it's brand, basically brand. So
Oh, we talk brown bread.
Wow.
Wow, interesting.
Me, I've googled
Wow.
brown bread versus white bread. Though they've written brown bread,
They've written brown.
also known as whole.
grain, whole wheat brand bread.
So the street name is Brown. The
Wow.
official name is Brand.
I wonder what's on brand.
Yeah.
And that
I
one,
was going to
which
ask
one is
that. What if you toast that as well?
It does really well because
But that's already healthy, isn't it?
exactly. But that's also the one that is not nice.
Yes. That one is true.
Which one?
I tried that with
The
Coke.
brown
It didn't go
brand.
well.
Yeah.
Now brown bread.
Doc, let's use brown for now.
It's
Yeah.
not nice.
The brown bread. Me, I don't like it.
Exactly.
Yes,
like
yes.
I don't like it.
I remember when my parents, we had to change my parents'
which
diet
one's the
as they got
square
older.
one?
We changed their diet, so we stopped eating like
White bread.
white bread in the house. my mom wanted tea bread. This woman wanted tea bread. You know, this tea bread people carry it in this glass thing around the house. And we started tracking her, you know. She gets up early in the morning and she says she's going for a walk. Apparently, you meet the person at the junction. So this one comes back and it's like flat, you know, the flat thing, like, and I'm like, when you went to a walk, did you eat something? So, no. I was like, you sure? He said, yeah. I was like, so you're not lying? Said, why? Like, she's an adult. Like, why would she lie about this? I was like, okay. So then the tea bread. So the worst part of the month is the tea bread. I think she doesn't show up. The tea bread guy walks to the house, rings the bell, and be like, "Madam, no."
They saw my mouth.
Yeah, but we had to buy the brown bread, the buns for them to eat. So we kept it in the freezer. So I want to ask, they didn't like that. My dad had to start putting honey in his.
So Doc, about this bread type. I mean, we were discussing junk food about this bread type. What was the difference in tea, butter, sugar, and bran?
This is a baker's out there because I think the sugar one is the same mixture, but the sugar content is higher in the sugar one. Then I think the butter bread they add butter and butter mixture, so the bloating nature of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you said there's less sugar in the butter, but it's more butter, so you have the buttery taste as compared to the sugar based. Then tea bread, there's nothing inside. Tea bread is basically flour. There's nothing else. It's flour and water.
And then I do understand now picking certain various meals. I do understand that chicken in itself is good protein.
White meat is very good protein.
White meat.
Yeah, white meat.
Which one too is white meat?
Chicken is white.
Oh,
it's not red.
Why?
Dog.
what was the categorization?
Yes, like what? Of what? Like
dog
meat.
I've always known that Kojo. I've always known Kojo.
No, you do.
Dog.
I've never had dog.
Listen, I've killed
this man. You can't be so sure you never had dog meat.
No, Lenny.
Can never be.
No, Lenny. Not on our blind side. I'm saying that Kojo eats dog meat.
No, it's cat meat that I like.
Okay, cat.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yo,
how does that stuff taste like?
Listen now.
No, I couldn't.
Cat meat. Yeah, my grandpa used to make light soup, cat's light soup.
You turn into a cat.
Oh, they killed Angela.
Oh, it's really nice, especially with a lot of pepper and onions.
Yes, cat meat.
I think the two of you survive in China.
Okra and kwai.
The way people want to try, you can eat any meat.
I
can't. Cat dog
is out.
No, I can't.
Oh, no,
so how about octopus?
I could
squid. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I could squid. I've tried squid. I've tried octopus before.
Okay.
No,
you're
squid
good with that.
is fine.
Yeah, but I can't cat. I can't dog.
I was asking a question with regards to some brands coat the chicken before they fry them.
The coated chicken.
Yes.
No, so it becomes junk food.
With flour.
Flour and all that.
Why the flour no good?
But that's why I like to.
The crunchy nature. You see what I'm talking about? Is the crunchy nature. If the same chicken, right? They fry it, no crunchy. You find this weird to eat.
Even the fish with the flour. Like
exactly.
The fish with the flour.
It's just crunchy.
So good.
The body's way of when you eat anything crunchy, your dopamine levels just go up.
Isn't flour good enough for us? Or
so with everything that we're saying, when it comes to this
flour
junk food,
also for some people it bloats them up. So it depends. You should just know yourself and know what.
So I was going to talk about that. You see, when I was talking about this whole metabolism thing, you should know yourself, because somebody can be eating a lot of these foods and say I'm not gaining weight, but you could easily be at risk of cardiovascular conditions. Because you are forgetting one thing, that fats, if you don't burn them, they go somewhere.
Yeah, they get stuck. Right?
So your blood vessels will just take a hold of it. So you're talking about anginas, like unstable and stable angina. You're talking about clogged arteries. So you're the same person who climbed the stairs and because your body is not getting enough blood to transport oxygen to your body.
But with everything that we're saying, when it comes to avoiding these junk foods, it's difficult. You have to be very tactical and you have to be ready to spend.
You see what she did?
Right? These two parameters for the average person,
it's difficult. You see what she did? She soda for a while. She was doing soda. Then she realized that I need to change this. But she knew that I still need that sweetness, that my body needs that. So she couldn't have drastically cut it out and say I'm taking it out completely and say nothing sugary. So she went to the fruit-based fructose,
sugar. And fruit juice ain't cheap. Yeah, because again, for the average listener listening to this right now,
is it why I'm against people
when you make it at home?
It's better. It's cheaper. I'm saying that why I was saying because the bottling and the processing goes into the cost.
A lot of things go into
packaging and go into your cost.
But if you don't have the time,
I think the average bottle is 15 cedis.
It depends. Now, I think it depends on which brand you're buying from.
So another thing you should know that we've cut all of these fruit trees used to be everywhere when I was growing up. Those times you don't really buy mangoes. Because it's sort of like it's a mango season everywhere.
At the hospital, they are giving you malt to take your paracetamol.
Oh, Charlie.
Jay, this sounds very personal.
Or they are giving you Coke and tomato paste to say that.
They stopped that.
So it didn't work?
We are not saying in today's time.
Yeah, those times, a lot of even milk and tomato paste.
Was it a misconception?
They were looking at volume, blood volume, but it can't produce blood because the blood is produced in your barrels, right? Your liver, red blood cells are produced there. So if you're triggering mechanism, you're actually looking for volume, blood volume rather to go up, but not like I'm generating more blood.
So what about malt and milk?
No.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Okay, what about Guinness?
That's a guilty pleasure.
Malt and milk is my favorite.
When Guinness used to be in, I used to hear stories of it being in pharmacies, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it was true.
Yeah, Guinness used to be
it used to be in pharmacies.
Pharmaceutical.
Yeah, pharmaceutical product.
Really?
Trying to stay healthy, you know.
Interesting.
So the thing I'm talking about junk food, we stopping. Like, Think Music is always advocating people should eat healthy, right? But we also know the cost. So there are cheaper alternatives to some of the healthy foods we eat, right? So we advise people that if you want to eat fruits and vegetables, eat in seasons. When a certain vegetable or fruit is in season, that's what you should focus on eating.
Okay.
If you have ulcer, so therefore you can't take some very strong acidic fruits, then the alternatives like watermelon, which are a bit milder, right?
But even watermelon still like would
trigger, yeah. So you should get under treatment to do that. Now, if you talk about, for example, some of our daily breakfasts are actually really healthy, but I don't think people don't really go for those. Which is a prime example.
It's a very healthy meal.
Really healthy.
Wow. Let's break it down. Why? I know that beans,
so
protein,
let's take the rice aspect, right?
Let's
take the rice aspect, right? And we talk about the herbs that are even used to change the color. Right? It's an antioxidant. Then you talk about the beans aspect. That's plant protein, which your body doesn't store as fat. It helps your body like really well because it's fiber. Then you go up. That's why the combination is what gives them the problem, because the gari is also part of the rice. Carb. So if you go with even just plain wache alone, right, and you went to something like the vegetables or the leaves or whatever they call it as part of it, and you add a fish or an egg, you are good. That's you balance right there.
Doc, so what's your ideal wache combo?
When the pocket is not strong, you do the egg sausage combination. Okay. Wache, the macaroni, the gari, the egg sausage, 20 Ghana. Flat.
Where's laugh?
Yeah, I'm giving you cost.
Flat. But when things get more expensive, when we are going to the healthy, the good thing about it is that the place I buy my wache, the lady started selling this fresh squeezy juice, right? So then me trying to be healthy, I buy all this tail and then get the juice. Okay.
So wache is our local junk food. You know,
it's not junk food.
He said it's actually
healthy.
So wache is a very
wache is one.
So I mean, there's carbohydrates, there's protein, there's
gobe
red
is really
meat.
good there.
Gobe is also good.
One of
the
them,
plantain, but I thought the plantain contains high sugar content. So
no, it has potassium in it, so it's really good. It helps your muscles relax. That's why we eat banana for muscle relaxation. So your gobe is good.
Banana for muscle relaxation instead.
You didn't know that?
What do you want to use it for?
Gobe used to save the boys.
Yeah.
Now it can't. Now it doesn't save the boys any longer.
Okay. The cost or
so
is it quantity or cost?
Let's pick these very popular Ghanaian meals
and we'll break them down.
Yes. So I mean we've now clarified that of wache, which is
beans. Guys, also the when we say that our phones are listening to us.
Whoa!
Your phone is listening to you.
It just sent you food, yeah. It just sent you food,
and it says 0 calories. whatever. It looks like sugar, but it's actually not.
I have warned my phone not to stop that nonsense. Wow. So it
let me show it. Can I listen to you?
But anyway, Doc, back to the meals.
Wait, let me show them.
Yeah, back to the meals. Yeah. I mean,
so I think he mentioned porridge.
I'm coming. Let's clear the wache. So there's eggs, there's red meat, there's salad.
Meat, yeah.
Because people buy meat with it, right? Like sometimes.
The will is zero.
The will is zero.
Doesn't contain anything. Just like that.
They chop your shoe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So great. So wache. So viewers, it is okay to eat wache.
Wache is good.
I mean, don't overconsume it.
Yeah, but if you are, as she said, if you are tolerant, you have a low tolerance to beans. Be careful. Because your AC, nobody can sit in there with you.
Exactly. And why does beans create flatulence?
Any protein in the breakdown of protein, gas is produced. It means there is a lot of gas produced.
Combustion.
Okay.
So then who eats beans and egg?
Some people they eat them fine. I realize that some people can eat and they are fine. Nothing happens.
That combination, I'm like, ish.
Oh, it's good. It's a good combination. Yeah. I had to talk to Davia about that.
So now to the next one, which is a kinky fish pepper combo.
Kinky
egg,
fish,
sausage.
kinky fish pepper, more fish, less kinky would have been better, but we can't do that. So it's also good. It's borderline, but you can't constantly eat it because the carbohydrate level is. But I feel if you are somebody who does a lot of labor,
kinky is fermented corn, right?
Yeah.
Is that healthy in itself?
Yeah, it's healthy.
Nice one.
Oh,
it's alcohol based. So your body. Remember when you said your body needs natural alcohol on its own. So this is one of the sources that it gets. It also gets it from fruits too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So kinky is a good example, but you see the cost of fish is where the problem starts. So we are recommending that people can do egg. Okay. You can do the egg and then do the smaller fishes, which contains omega-3. So it's good for the body.
The smaller fishes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Another typical meal, which starts at off is the cocoa porridge, mix both fruits.
Cocoa, kose, good combination. Cocoa both fruit, no. Carbohydrate, oil. Cocoa, tea bread.
Oh, you can't. It's not good to mix carbohydrate
because
and oil.
Your kose is protein.
So, Doc, you're saying that.
So, Doc, then you're looking my way, or you're looking somewhere else. I don't understand. Why are you looking?
But Doc, I know I'm watching Lenny because yesterday she fed me with buffaloes, and I didn't. What's the English name for
ball floats? Am I right?
Elegam calls it buffaloes.
Is that right?
Yeah. Because people call it that.
Floaties.
Yeah.
I'm getting some floaties. 2 floaties. I want some floaties.
That's a surprise with English.
Branding.
Yeah, branding.
With paper packaging the label and they call this number.
Yeah, floaties. Yeah. So
let's do drinks. Let's do healthy drinks.
Oh, so you said the cocoa and the float is okay.
Is good.
But you said the floaties with the.
Really, I say floaties.
Yeah.
The TV music name for both is that floaties.
Yes. Free music's name for both fruits is floaties. Note that down. Floaties.
This week on Chef It Up.
So you're saying
we are making our floaties.
The oil that is in the floaties and the cocoa isn't helpful, right?
Oh,
but no, this delicacy has been ongoing for
like we didn't go.
Where is the grocery to?
No, but it's not a bad combination. But I'm talking about the constant. You see, some of these food. Let's be honest. It's the constant nature of it that we eat it.
Doc, it's the constant nature of inflation.
Exactly. Because Gary soaking is a very good healthy option.
Dog, I think that you have to classify it because now you see people keep modifying
food. What is healthy, what's not,
or what we used to know as healthy.
No,
I've seen people.
So let's start from the back. Let's start from let's use this. Any food that you take less time to make and less heat to apply to it in getting it ready is healthy.
Less time and less heat.
Yes. Wow. So let's make an example. For example, that old kontomire, less heat. You don't really need it to cook for so long. Your boiled yams, your Kobe, your dry fish, anything that you can actually eat on the go. You know, we had junk food. Let's say we had fast food in the beginning. Sorry,
eat sausage on the go. They eat
we had fast food in the beginning. Traditionally, our foods are fast.
Okay.
Most of Ghanaian foods are fast.
Yeah.
Except like forget the palm soups, palm nut soups, and the groundnut soup. If you look at some of our foods, it's a bit quickly it's done. It was really quick. But we were introduced to the seasonings, and the seasonings trigger the dopamine.
Okay.
So you want to eat more. I want more. People even. I remember once I was buying a food, and they were supposed to do this assorted thing for me, and I went in and it was done. So they tried to do mine whilst I was there, and I saw her crush the cubes and sprinkle it on the food. Ooh. I love that food so much. Like, you know when you eat it tastes so good.
Yeah.
But after seeing that, I was like, whoa, this I can't.
That's the reason.
So this is where the MSG in it is what's causing me to like want this. And stopping that food was difficult. I just stopped passing that road.
Right. But with the Gary soakings, I was saying that you see nowadays people add in one Gary soakings, they'll add milk, evaporated milk, they'll add powdered milk, they'll add condensed milk, they'll add ice cream.
Why?
Yes. I've seen
So Gary
people will even add biscuits.
So Gary is carbohydrates.
Maybe
right?
we have to.
Yeah. So Gary is carbohydrates. Your peanuts.
Yes.
Who be doing that?
Ice cream condensed.
Lenny, it must be your friend. It must be one of your friends.
I'll find some.
I suspect you and your friends. You and your friends in your combinations.
No,
because Gary soaking. Yeah, I'm a lover of Gary soaking. I love Gary soaking
with ice cubes in it.
Yeah. So what I do with mine is a lot of powdered milk. A lot of powdered milk. A lot. Sometimes even more than the Gary. And then I just want the Gary to give me the gritty feeling in my mouth, but I want more.
Then lots of peanuts.
No, none of that, and just a lot of sugar. I know. Don't say it. It's fine.
So yes, sugar twice. Yes, sugar twice. The carbohydrate is sugar, and then processed sugar too.
Sugar man. That's my Gary, and how I eat it is.
So we're supposed to do a sugar-free 7 day thing.
It go hot dog.
I tried for 3 days. I started. You can do it, but the cravings on the second and third day is crazy.
Let's wait when we are 90 there about it.
No, we are doing now. We are not telling our viewers to start when they are old. We are starting now.
No, I mean, our viewers know that.
Well, I was cool with that sugar.
But it's is
it possible? You see what I was about to say? Is it possible now?
I'll just have to eat kinky the whole week because but even that is going to be
she's right.
Into
sugar. Into sugar. Is better.
Yeah.
They put everything in the Gary. Bananas.
I think that's people just being very creative with their
ice creams.
Yeah,
that's why I said that people.
It's excessive. Isn't it excessive?
But in the average home, you don't find.
Ghanaians what we're talking about.
That's estate.
People do it.
And that's Chasako soaking. You talk about Nima levels.
Yeah.
This has got every.
Yeah.
Including banana.
It makes.
Banana is not bad. Like put adding fruits to your soaking. See, I've tried that strawberry.
So it clearly looks like the local Ghanaian, as
they were good
to be junk food, are actually very good meals.
Remember the roasted
for us.
The roasted yam people used to eat.
Yes, coffee.
Roasted plantain.
Sorry.
Good. Roasted plantain and peanuts. Groundnut. Yes.
It's like going right now.
So the
Brookman
is actually a good.
The ground is that protein. I was like,
bro.
So Kofi Brookman is actually a good thing.
Very good.
But now it has become quite
out of reach. Most of the healthy foods have become in our part have become out of reach.
That's what I was talking
about. And the other one is going around in such a way that now the other side is more accessible than the other one.
Like the junk is more
accessible, yeah, readily.
Kofi Brookman cannot even afford Kofi Brookman.
So yesterday a colleague of mine we were at the hostel, right, and then he had just eaten noodles, right.
Good. Let's talk about that.
When he had eaten the noodles, right, he sat there and then I was like, I'm craving this yam with the ground pepper with the palm oil on it. You know that whole traditional thing. And few of us were like, yeah, we need to do it. So we pick it up a can, we go and get all the stuff and we make it. And then he eats it. And he eats about 2 pieces of yam. And he was like, he made a mistake. He shouldn't have eaten the noodles. And I was like, why? Because it was like, this is so healthy. Like, because you had avocado, it was so healthy. And then he's complaining that at night, the guy is burping, he's having heartburn and all that.
Wow.
The noodles, it was designed for travelers. Like emergency, it was emergency food. Like when the world comes to an end, and that's the food. When COVID came, right, and I was in China, that's the food all of us went to get because
the one you heat in the cups.
Yeah, because you realize that you're epidemic. There's not much. You don't know whether you get vegetables or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I also want to know how many times a month, on average, can you indulge in these guilty pleasures? Maybe once a month, twice a week.
So for you to be able to do that, for you and I to be able to do that, it means what do you want out of your body?
No, you want to stay healthy.
You want to stay healthy?
Yes.
If you
for the average person,
if you can, right? If you can, because some of these other foods that you're eating already contain some of these junk remnants of it. So if you really want to do this, I would recommend not going at all. But if you have to, maybe once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you see, something about junk food is that, like pizza. If I give you a box of pizza and you're watching a movie with Coke, and you tell me, I can only eat 2 slices. If I give you 2 slices on your plate, you probably eat only 2 slices. Let's say I don't show you the box.
Yeah.
I tell you that there's only 2 slices available. Your mind will be content with eating that. But if I show you the box, you get up, you go and come. You get up, you go and come. Before you know, you've eaten one whole box. And we've tested before. Somebody ate 1.5 box, family size.
Because
without noticing that. And there's nothing to show for it.
Isn't that self-control as well? Self-control.
That's where the problem is, because the dopamine levels is what's triggering you to eat. That's why.
Okay.
If we put pizza, if there's a pizza box passes and the smell, you will know more probably Even tell us the brand, possibly.
I think I could do one large box of pizza.
I can.
Does it make you full?
Yeah.
As compared to if you eat fufu?
No. No.
You see?
Okay, so the reason why I asked that is maybe someone listening might say, okay, I'll do more healthy food so I can do more junk food. Okay. Let's say if it's 5-1.
Okay, so
I want to eat now 10 healthy foods.
You love cars, right?
Foods.
You love cars, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a Vitz and a Ferrari SF90. What kind of fuel will you put in a Ferrari?
Yeah.
Premium?
Of course. High end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
XP run 90.
Yeah.
Yeah. What will you put in the Vitz?
I mean, I don't have a car, but I've had a Vitz.
What will you put in the right? That's your body.
Okay.
The price you put on your body will tell me what you put into it.
So you can't do ratios. Just eat once a month if you want to.
If you want to. But that means that you're going to get to the gym. You're going to get
so that's what I'm saying. You can do things to...
Yeah, but you're also forgetting what we're talking about. Internally, something else is going on. Physically, physically you can go to the gym and do all that. But internally...
Okay.
Your heart is the one struggling.
Is there a way to check for this?
Yes.
To see if there's like a high imbalance?
Oh, yeah. We have nice tests for you.
How do you do that, please?
Oh, we can do a stress test for your heart. We put these notes on you, an ECG, and we let you run. And we check how your heart reacts. And even you can even do this. Your BP, your blood pressures. Check it in the morning when you wake up and check it in the evening after work. If you subtract the two, and it's above 60, you are high risk.
Okay. High risk of?
What? Dying. Chronic diseases, heart hypertension and all that. So if you say normal blood pressure is 120/80, right? If you subtract is what?
60.
It's 40.
No, 120 minus 180 is 60.
No, 120
120 minus 80 is 40. Okay.
It's 40, right? So that's healthy.
Yeah.
Right? If you are getting the ranges and ratios, if you are listening to us, this is another way for you to check if your heart is healthy or healthy. Take your blood pressure from any pharmacy or anywhere you can get your blood pressure taken and subtract the big number from like this one and take it out. Okay. If it's above 60, you're high risk.
Okay.
If it's below 40, it means you have low blood pressure, which is also unhealthy.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
The average Gen Zs, are we healthy enough?
No, we are not. Right now, what we are seeing is that generations to come, if we keep going at this rate, generations to come will be a lot of hypertension.
So we're becoming unhealthy as time goes on.
Exactly. Very unhealthy. We're having children with diabetes now.
What?
Yeah, we're having children who are obese now.
No, with the children with diabetes, is it because did they get it?
There's inherent one, genetic ones, right? And but these ones, we are getting people who are socially, environmental diabetes, like they're getting from diet.
Wow.
We are getting young people with hypertension now, 21, 23.
That's scary.
Because the more salt, the more sodium you are eating, the more pressure.
Well, interesting. Our time is really up now.
What a way to end the convo.
No, that's scary.
Just one question, right?
Yeah.
Some people say that they prefer using the seasoning over salt. What would you?
Which seasoning?
Any seasoning.
So because we have natural seasonings.
No,
we have
the processed ones.
There's salt in there still.
Okay. So would you advise that we?
I advise that go back to your herbals. Your herbs. Okay. Now some products are making these natural ones but in packet form.
Yeah.
And you can taste your spices these days. When you open a packet, please taste it. If it tastes nicer already, it tastes like salty, then you know there's a problem there.
Okay.
Because herbs on this one, they don't contain, so they don't supposed to contain anything. You can't tell me rosemary is salty.
Right.
You can't take rosemary and put your mind and say it's salty. Or natural curry powder. It's not supposed to contain salts.
Okay.
Well, anyway, and that's how we're going to wrap up this morning's conversation here on adverse effects of junk food. So be careful what you eat because you just might pay the price later.